Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV and also Dirt Oval TV. Tonight we bring you the Bluesphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards 410 World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprintcar Series. We're live from USA International Speedway and qualifying underway right now as we get set for the first race of two here this evening. And my name is Brett Wheeler. Thank you for joining us here on this Thursday evening as qualifying underway right now. Let's get a few things turned up. I apologize. Sounds alright, so the first couple of cars onto the racetrack for qualifying. Western New with an 18.869. Stephen Renault quick time, make that second quick with an 18.801. Zach McLaughlin quick time with an 18.789. Western New second lap time with an 18.933. Stephen Renault second lap slower with an 18.885. And Zach McLaughlin slower on his second lap as well. We're here at the Virtual USA International Speedway, the longest dirt track we've got here on the iRacing service. 3/4 of a mile. We get set for 35 laps in distance here this evening for the penultimate round of the series. Next week, we will crown a champion for not only the 360s but also the 410. Next cars onto the racetrack in the 127 in the team setting, the City Group Holdings 127. That'll be Stephen Hill. In car number 31, a winner from the Knoxville Raceway, a memorable win in fact, here in this series in the 410s race 2. It is the 31 of Tyson Landis. In the team City Group Holdings number 37, it's Zane Scott. Those are your next three cars on the racetrack. We've got about 20 to 21 drivers in attendance here for the first race of the 11th round. Stephen Hill with a 19.016. Tyson Landis with a 19.334. Zane Scott with a 19.073. We look at Stephen Hill looking to improve his time. He does not. So a 19.016 quickest for Stephen Hill. Tyson Landis with a 19.225. And Zane Scott's quickest with a 19.073. Sits in position number 4 here this evening. Once again, we want to give a big shout out to the Bluesphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards for allowing Ultimate Dirt TV to cover the action here throughout the season so far, and also all of last season as well. And I believe we're going to be signing on once again for next season. In the 057, it's Craig Dunn. In the DTB, Dirt Track and Bastards, Dirty Old Bastards, Bluesphere Corporation, Ultimate Dirt TV, number 73, Alan Samel. In the Team City Group Holdings, car number 67, Next Gen Fab on board as well, it'll be Mark Pinsky. Mark Pinsky in the 67. Craig Dunn hits the wall on opening lap. We'll see if he goes back to the pits or whether he waits for the cars to go around him. So he'll get one lap here, but it's not going to be a good one. Alan Samel with a 19.259 sits position 8. Mark Pinsky 7th quick with a 19.227. Samel lap number 2 improves on time with a 19.249. Wait for Pinsky, slower lap with a 19.339, and Craig Dunn with a 19.061. In fact, manages to conjure up a 5th fastest time, so not a bad lap there for Craig Dunn, considering he hit the wall on the opening lap. Big shout out to Dirt Oval TV as well for coming on board with Ultimate Dirt TV and allowing us to live stream to their Facebook page as well. We're live on Ultimate Dirt TV's Facebook page and also Dirt Oval TV, their Facebook page as well, so make sure you check out both pages. Check out Ultimate Dirt TV on YouTube as well. Go to youtube.com/ /Ultimate Dirt TV. And make sure you check out Colby's Eye Paint, who will be bringing you the replays here this evening. And SETI Group Holdings, bringing you tonight's starting grid and also the finishing results. Green flag on the racetrack for these cars. In car number 93, Chris Roberts. In car number 21, it'll be Tyler Henselman. And in car number 12, it's Michael Sheridan. Chris Roberts, fourth quick with an 18.958. Tyler Henselman with a 19.572. Sheridan with a 19.019. Sixth quick for Sheridan, fourth quick for Roberts. Can he improve? He does improve on the time with an 18.910. Henselman will improve and he jumps up to position 8 with a 19.065. And Michael Sheridan, third quick with an 18.858. So halfway through qualifying here this evening. And out onto the racetrack in a car number 77 in the Dirt Track and Bastards DTB Blue Sphere Corporation and Ultimate Dirt TV 77. It'll be Aaron Schaefer. In the TTL Esports down under graphics, Ash Media Speedway footage, Hyper Stimulator, Thigh Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV number 209, Joel Berkeley. And also onto the racetrack in the Team SETI, in the SETI Group Holdings, car number 97, Matthew Henninger. Matthew Henninger in the 97. We'll see how these drivers lay down their lap times and how they compare. Will we see a quick time here? Aaron Schaefer with a 19.948. Berkeley with an 18.970. Henninger with a 19.345. So Berkeley the quickest driver out of these three drivers at the moment. Sixth quick for Berkeley. Schaefer, 15th quick, slow with a 19.536. And Berkeley goes quick time with an 18.746. Henninger with a 19.389 on lap 2 and 19.345 quickest for the driver of the 97. As 21 drivers means all drivers will make it to the main event here this evening. And our next group of cars to roll out onto the racetrack in car number 81, it'll be Don Hunter. Don Hunter in car number 81. In the 134, it'll be Scott Tyler, and just these two cars on the racetrack for qualifying here. First time we've seen Don Hunter, I believe, in the series. Scott Tyler, who I think has been running a couple of the 360 races so far. So the time to beat, an 18.746 for Joel Berkeley, as Don Hunter lays down a time of a 19.641. Tyler, 23.079, got a little bit out of shape out of turn 2 on that opening lap. Hunter does not improve on the time. However, Scott Tyler will improve from that 23. He goes to a 19.854. So there could be potentially 5 more cars to make their way onto the circuit. In the 101 entry, it'll be Jay Dykes. Jay Dykes in the 101. In the 077, it'll be Vince Romeo. In the 911, it'll be Steve Castle. No need to call for help. Castle is here. In the 090, Trevor Royer. Trevor Royer in the 090, the Black Diamonds Motorsports entry. As our second last, should be our second last group. We should have one driver or two drivers in the following group. So Jay Dykes in the 101, first lap time. Looking at a time for himself. No time, in fact. No time for Romeo. Royer with a 19.080. Castle back on pit road. Romeo stops the clock at a 19.416. Position number 16 for Vince Romeo. Royer stops it at a 19.080. And Jay Dykes. Some internet issues, so it looks like that'll be 20 cars taken to the track. So before we get through the rest of the night, if you'd like to remove your caps, we're going to play the American National Anthem. Alright, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV and also Dirt Oval TV. We are just about to get set into tonight's proceedings here. We'll have 35 laps on tap. Or are we going to have 30 laps? I should have checked that beforehand. Let me check if we're twin 30s tonight or whether we're going to have 35 laps. I'm sure Zane Scott, I know you're in chat. If you can let me know whether it's 30 or 35 laps. But before we get there, we'll take a look at our City Group Holdings starting grid. Starting on the pole in the 209, Joel Berkeley. In fact, I'm missing something just quickly. To his outside in the 11, it's Zach McLaughlin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Twin 25s tonight.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Oh yeah, it's time. Starting at a position number 3 in the 115, Stephen Renaud. Starting at a position number 4 in car number 12, it's Michael Sheridan. Inside row number 3 in the 222, it's Weston Newell. To the outside, the 93 of Chris Roberts. At a position number 7 in the 127, that belongs to Stephen Hill. At a position number 8, in the 057, it's Craig Dunn. At a position 9, the 21 of Tyler Henselman. At a position number 10, it's the 37 of Zane Scott. At a position 11, the 090 of Trevor Royer. He lines up alongside the 31 of Tyson Landis. At a position number 13, the 67 of Mark Pinsky. And at a position 14, the 73 of Alan Samel. At a position 15, in car number 97, Matthew Henninger lined up alongside Vince Romeo. At a position 17, the double 7 of Aaron Schaefer lines up alongside the 81 out of 18. It is Don Hunter. Scott Tyler will line up alongside Steve Castle in row number 10. And then these guys at the back, Jason Nygaard, Brandon Steele, Parker Davis, Jake Keckley, and Jay Dice. Not sure how many of those drivers are here. But it is time to get after it. Twin 25 laps on the board for tonight's main event. The 11th round of the series. Drivers rolling through turns 1 and 2 at the moment. The 209 of Joel Berkeley will have control of the field when the pace truck takes the left-hand turn onto pit road. And it is now time to get after it here in the main event. Who will take out essentially the 21st race of the series? Pace truck is in, and here we go. We are underway here in the main event. Twin 25 laps on tap, and we are already 2 and 3 wide, continuing to go 2 wide. There's 3 wide on screen, Henselman, as the yellow flag is out in the first caution. We have a look here to see what happened here, thanks to Colby's Eye Paint's instant replay. I'm not too sure what happened. I know we had a blue car upside down. Steve Kessler was in the 911. No idea what happened there, but yeah, such as life. All we see is the 911 upside down, and is done for, along with the 134. That's Scott Tyler, and also Vince Romeo as well. He's back in pit lane at the moment, so we might stick with the wider angle here on the box shot. So every time we see a caution, we add 3 laps to the total amount of green flag action here, or laps. So you'll see the ticker will be correctly working up the top, however not here for 2 billion laps. It'll say lap 3 at the moment, so that's how many have been completed with the yellows. So twin 25, so that means the white flag will come out at lap 28, so when lap 27 is completed. Obviously that means we are on the final lap here this evening, or I should say this afternoon, as it looks to be a few grey clouds over towards turns 3. Green flag is back out. Berkeley, don't jump the start, you get penalised. You've had it happen once before. I'm sure he's going to be very, very cautious of this one. Renault and Western Newell had a great battle in 1 and 2, but it was Renault who got around the outside of Newell. But there we go, yellow flag is out, and this time we have the 31 of Tyson Landis slow on the exit of corner number 2 on the inside. We'll take a look at a Colby's Eye Paint's instant replay to see what happened here. So there was a contact there with Trevor Royer. Oh, he just caught the inside wall, Royer, and just come up into Tyson Landis. Unfortunate incident there for Tyson Landis, and well, no doubt that was obviously not intentional. So once again, a big thanks to everyone watching here on the Dirt Oval TV and also Ultimate Dirt TV. It's Thursday evening here, so late in the week for you guys, Friday over here in Australia. Still not done for racing for the evening, that's for sure. After this one, we have the night race here at USA. It'll be the same kind of format. You'll see qualifying, and then you'll see straight up feature if we have 24 or less drivers in the server. And then you'll see 25 laps on tap for the main event if we have 25 or more. They generally run a B main. There we go, white flag, lap number 31. For your race leader, Joel Berkeley at the moment. Zach McLaughlin in second. Stephen Renaud in third. Weston Newell, Michael Sheridan, your top 5. Stephen Hill, Chris Roberts, Craig Dunn, Tyler Henselman, and Zane Scott round out the top 10. Pace track will be in this time, boys. The field will start to close up and we'll get set to go green off of turn number 4, and there we go, we're back underway here at USA. So it looks to be all the drivers make their way through turns 1 and 2 here at the moment. Berkeley, your race leader. McLaughlin, pressure from behind from the 115 of Stephen Renaud. Let me go back to Weston Newell, who's trying to catch up to the 115 and put the pressure on him. Michael Sheridan in 5th. Oh, Stephen Renaud. I think he's going to bring out a yellow. He's trying to keep it going. He's trying to keep the green out on the racetrack as he gets it back going again. But he has lost, well, he's lost about 12 spots at the moment. And Robertson, Sheridan now side by side off of turn number 4. So the white flag is out, lap number 31. At the moment, Berkeley, your race leader, from the 11 of Zach McLaughlin, the 222 of Weston Newell, back in 3rd. Then here is Roberts now. He's made the pass for 4th. He's gotten past the 12 of Michael Sheridan, running on the bottom side of the racetrack, as Roberts now slides through the middle, slides to the top in turns 1 and 2. As the big cushion is starting to form here on the top side of the racetrack. Roberts pulls away from Sheridan in that 12 for 4th. Get your cars off pit road. Seriously, you're out of the race. So McLaughlin in that 11 machine, holding down 2nd place. It was at a 1 point. It was 1.2, but now it's a 1.1 second deficit over your race leader, Joel Berkeley. But he's just lost the 10th going through turns 1 and 2 there. As now Brandon Steele back to pit road as Weston Newell and Zach McLaughlin had contact there in turns 3 and 4. And that was very close for those two drivers running 2nd and 3rd. Now Roberts in the 93. Starting to make his way, looking for a podium right now. Running the bottom side through turns 3 and 4. To go back and have a look at the battle here. I'll wait for him to get into the next turn. Michael Sheridan, Zane Scott, and Craig Dunn. Dunn a little out of shape, and in turns 2, Scott trying to get to his inside. He's definitely not full throttle right now because he can't go full throttle. Oh, there's contact there. Done out of shape. But he kept it going. Now Scott up to position number 6. Now trying to reel in that 5th place driver of Stephen Hill. Roberts now trying to close the gap in on the 222 of Western Newell. White flag at lap 31. So we're about 12 laps, 13 laps, even maybe 13 laps from being home in this one. Berkeley, he has pulled a 3-second lead over Zach McLaughlin, Western Newell and Chris Roberts. Now that is going to be the battle on screen. We see another car heading to pit road. Already on pit road, just out of the corner of the eye as they were coming out of turn number 4. There's this field right now. As you see Berkeley rolling that cushion. And we watch the drivers come out of turn number 4. This is the great camera angle right here, just saying. There's a good battle there between Schaefer and Nygaard. And back on screen with Berkeley now. So there you go. We just see the whole field run through on that one camera angle. 10 laps to go. In fact, make that 9 because we're on lap 23 right now. And here comes Roberts to the inside of Western Newell. Roberts continuing on the low side. Berkeley way out of shape. Almost caught the wall. As Western Newell gets the wall on the front straightaway. Now goes to the low side in 1 and 2. Newell catching up to Zach McLaughlin. And we're almost 3 wide here for the minor, placing McLaughlin into the wall. That gives Western Newell that 2nd spot, and Chris Roberts in 3rd. Zach McLaughlin falling back to position number 4. And now he's about 1.7 seconds away from catching up to your podium right now. So all barring any mistakes or barring a yellow where it's going to bunch this field back up, I don't think he's going to have a chance to get back up to our top 3 here. Positions 2 and 3 at the moment. Roberts continuing to work the inside of the racetrack in 3 and 4. He goes to the top in 1 and 2. Berkeley a full straightaway lead over Western Newell. Jason Nygaard just been put a lap down. Now the 77 of Aaron Schaefer. Berkeley thinks twice about where he's going to go, but the yellow flag is out. And we are under caution here at USA International Speedway. We're not sure what happened there. Let's take a look at the 73 or the 97. They already found their way on pit road. Oh, there we go. The 057 here of Craig Dunn. Let's take a look at a Colby's iPaint's instant replay. Just caught the inside wall in turns 1 and 2. And then just as he was getting back on the gas. So a bit of damage there to the 057. Maybe some front end damage on that car. But that will erase about a 4 or 5 second lead from Joel Berkeley back to Western Newell. But they do have a lap car of Jason Nygaard between them. Now lap cars will stay in their position. But I no doubt that Jason Nygaard will just stay to the left of the field. So we're just listening into race control at the moment.
1 to green, guys. Tighten up. Single file. White flag. Lap 34. So be like 4 laps to go when we take the green, I guess.
There you go, 4 laps to go. You've just heard from Race Control in regards to how many laps are left in this one. So you just heard it, 4 remain. Essentially 3 miles. Track is 0.75 of a mile long. And this is why they run 25 laps. Berkeley from Newell. Green flag is back out. As the battle for the minor placings is sure to heat up. Western Newell, well, he's a little out of shape coming out of turn number 2. He's had a run on Berkeley there, but it was only through the middle. But Berkeley had that top side rolling. As we got 3 remain as they drive through turns 1 and 2. How about Zane Scott in the 37? Well, he just caught the wall on the exit of turn number 2. And now he's making a charge for the podium. 2 laps to run here. We're going to go on board with the 37 right now, just in these final 2 laps. Scott on the inside of Chris Roberts. He can't make the move. Roberts down to the low side. Oh, that was close. And there we go. The white flag is out. Battle on for the race lead. Berkeley made a mistake. Western Newell on the inside. Turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Oh, Zane Scott and Chris Roberts. Chris Roberts upside down. They're going to race it out to the end. Berkeley gets the win. Second will go to Western Newell. Third is going to go to Stephen Hill. And our top 3, there we have it. We quickly take a look at our SETI Group Holdings finishing results. Berkeley gets the win from Western Newell, Stephen Hill, Zane Scott, McLaughlin, Pinsky, Royer, Dunn, Schaefer, Renaud. We have a look over the page. Henselman, Roberts, Nygaard, Sheridan, Samel, Henniger, Steele, Dykes, Hunter, Landis, Tyler, Romeo, and Castle, and the other 2 drivers not making this one, but Berkeley getting the job done from Western Newell and also Joel Berkeley. So the 9 will find a victory lane here, and hopefully we get to have a chance to talk with our top 3 here. In fact, we're going to leave it on voice activation. We're bringing our 3rd place finisher here tonight in the 127, Stephen Hill. Stephen, congratulations. Got a little bit lucky there on that final lap, but hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than fast, but still a 3rd place. A good result for you and the team.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of luck lately, so it's alright to get lucky sometimes.
And talk about that racetrack and what it was like out there at the, here this evening, or this afternoon, I should say, because, it looked very tricky to run it up top.
It wasn't too bad. It's been worse there before. Middle was pretty slick, and then it did get it in too hard up top. Tripped up over the fishing.
Well, man, penultimate round, the first race. Yeah, and you bag a podium. You got to be happy about that. But no doubt, I'm sure there's some people you want to thank.
Yep, I want to thank Team SETI Group, Wicked Fishing, Next Gen Fab. Yeah.
All right, there we have it. Stephen Hill comes home with a 3rd place. Coming home in 2nd place, he almost had a chance to go for this one here in the end, but Western Newell 2nd place here this afternoon. You got to be happy with how your race went.
Oh yeah, definitely, Brett. I had a 2nd place car today. I don't think anyone was touching Joel. He had a really strong car. He slipped up a little bit there at the end, but he gathered it back together, and I raced him as hard as I could, but he was faster than me today.
Where were you comfortable here this afternoon in the opening race? Were you comfortable down low, up top? It looked like the cushion was certainly the fastest way around the racetrack, but I mean, there was guys that were able to work it on the bottom. Where were you more comfortable?
I'll be honest, Brad, I was not comfortable from start to finish of this race. The track I think it was like 90-degree track temperature, 56% humidity, and we had a southeast wind at 14 miles per hour. That was what was in 3 and 4. It was pushing you towards the outside wall. It was really hard to keep it pinned down in 3 and 4. So it made for some interesting racing. It wasn't my favorite. That's not anyone's fault, but second place, can't be too mad about that.
Well, you bring the 222 home with a second place here this afternoon. No doubt, I'm sure you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, as always, you here, Brett, at Ultimate Dirt TV, always a top-notch professional job. Dirty Old Bastards, Blue Sphere Group, SETI Group. Also, Kyle Stevens over at www.deadhead.com.au. John and Chris, all the guys over at PA Posse, and Brian and Otter, Fast Time Racing. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, there we have it. Our second place finisher. And coming home with a first place here. No doubt this one is not going to get taken away from him. Well done to the driver of the 209. Joel, congratulations on that one. Led from start to finish. A little bit of a slip up towards the end of that one. Were you still confident in getting the job done at that stage?
Yeah, well, let's hope this one doesn't get it taken away, but I don't think I did anything wrong on the restarts this time. But, yeah, I felt confident that whole race. I just obviously made a bit too much of an error when I got the wall. I think it was coming to the white flag. I just got too committed on the top. The cushion wasn't built up at all, so it's a good fun track. I just, coming out full, there was a few bumps that made the track really tough to get through.
You had a 5 second, roughly about a 5 second, it was definitely over a straightaway lead there before that final caution come out. Obviously, you don't want to see a caution when you got that big of a lead, but that restart was crucial in getting the jump over Western, and also getting into turn 1 was what was going through your mind there.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when that yellow came out. I was like, I just need to do my own thing, and I would have been right. But yeah, when the yellow came out, I was like, this could open everything up because Western's fast, and there's a few other guys here that are fast. Like I know a couple are missing because DSRO on, but hopefully they all make it for the second one and put on a good show.
Well, this one shouldn't get taken away from you as the last one you won. Yeah, not technically you're 2 from 2, but you got penalised at Volusia a couple of weeks ago, but hopefully you don't get this one taken away. And well done on the win, no doubt. I'm sure there's some people you want to thank.
All right, we can go off across the line first 2 times.
We'll stick with that then.
Massive thanks to the guys at TDL Esports. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. Ashmead Speedway Footage, Down to Graphics, Ultimate Dirt TV, Hyper Stimulator, and Thigh Designs, and everyone else that helps out at the team.
All right, there we have it. Joel Berkeley with the win. That'll wrap us up here for race number 1 of the Blue Sphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards. Did I say that right? I can't remember. Blue Sphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards. A World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprintcar Series here live from USA. The penultimate round just about to wrap up. We've still got one more race. This time we turn our attentions to the night sky here at USA. It'll be the same format, 25 laps in distance right after qualifying, and they'll have about 15 minutes of practice. However, we're not live for another 20 to 25 minutes. Once again, we're going to be live here on Ultimate Dirt TV and also Dirt Oval TV, so make sure you stick around for that one. Make sure you like the social media pages for Blue Sphere Corporation, Dirty Old Bastards, Dirt Oval TV, Ultimate Dirt TV. Make sure you check out Ultimate Dirt TV on YouTube as well. Make sure you check out SETI Group Holdings and visit on the webs at www.setigroup.com, CEDI. And make sure you check out Colby's Eye Paints on Facebook as well. We'll shut this stream off and we'll take a break. And we're going to be back for race number 2 for the penultimate round of this series, as we're going to crown a champion next week for not only the 360s but also the 410s. Who will it be? The points titan will intensify as we come up to the third last race of the season.